Okay, welcome back to Are You Still Cading? The game show that asks the questions, are you still arcading in 2021? And we got a double treat for you today. The first one is Frogger. That's right, the original Frogman hopping through traffic. Now, first things with this arcade is it does not have the micro USB and it does not have the headphone jack, but this one is legitimate like the other one. I like the sound, I like the screen, and I like the graphics and logos. Now, Frogger is another game that is an arcade classic, but I never really played this game back in the day. It seems like all you have to do is dodge traffic and then jump on logs to make it to the top, and then as you progressively go forward, it gets harder and harder and harder. But for me, I found it difficult even just to get to point A to point B. Like, it was hard just for me. But yeah, so this arcade game, it has great sound. And the premise is pretty simple. I could see spending, hours back in the day, just trying to beat this little thing just because it's frustrating. But it's definitely challenging. But I don't really think it's for me. I mean, I have it because it's part of gaming nostalgia. And this game went on to spawn so many great games we have today. But initially, this thing is just, it's just old school. A little too old school for me. I'm a little bit of a new school boy. I mean, I will dip back in a day and throw back into the closet, but for right now, this one, it is what it is. I mean, it's good. It's good. For what it is, it's pretty damn good. I'm not going to lie. So this is the Frogger arcade cabinet, another one of the Walmart exclusives. So we're going to set this aside and we're going to jump on to the next one. So, all right, and the next one is Miss Pac-Man. That is right, Miss Pac-Man, not Mr. Pac-Man, but this is Miss Pac-Man with the ghost, Inky, Pinky, and Clyde. That's still there, but this one is the one that came along. This one became more popular than the regular Pac-Man game. And first look at this thing is pretty damn nice. I mean, the sound is pretty good. The screen could have been a little bit better. The graphics are okay, but they're just really tiny, almost impossible to see. The analog is pretty strong. It could be a little bit better, but I like the action tight, so I don't really have a problem with the action being too tight. It gives you a little bit of issue going left and right, which is not what you really want in an analog stick. But as I said before, this is not considered a work of art. This is a mini arcade cabinet. And for what it is, it's pretty good. I mean, it could be better, don't get me wrong. But if I really wanted something big and gigantic and triumphant, I could do just emulation or getting one of these games on one of the console systems, because this game, along with the slew of other arcade games, have been remade and redone over and over and over until you could puke coat hangers. But Miss Pac-Man always held a special heart. I like the sound, the songs. This one just seemed like when it came out with Pac-Man, it was the original idea. But when Miss Pac-Man came out, they had this beautiful idea with it, and it just made for such a better game. In my opinion, it is the superior game. So this brings back a little bit of nostalgia. This one I did play on Atari quite a few times. 2600 and 7800. I've played quite a few times, as well as some consoles when they re-emulated it. But this is pretty cool, and as you saw, I just cleared a level. So yeah, it is possible to get some gameplay out of this thing. The Pac-Man machine I reviewed, that was okay, but I kind of like this a lot better. I don't know, I really do. I mean, it's by far not the best thing in the world, but it's damn sure not one of the worst things. I mean, you could, if you had time or sitting in a car, going on a road trip, or sitting in a place with no electricity, you could easily spend a few hours on this thing, as long as the batteries hold out, which were meant to play for hours and hours of playtime. So this is the Miss Pac-Man arcade machine, another Walmart exclusive, and this thing is bomb. I'm going to give this thing 2 thumbs up, and we are definitely still arcading in 2021. 2 thumbs up. Until next time, I'll check you later.